this seriously, even if they
Can I get a gun?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna get the orbit A again. I'll have my ult.
Y'all notice? It's really quiet in here.
Quiet, like a library out here.
Oh gosh.
Should we do it? Should we go?
I think Kuzi gassed himself out.
Sometimes it happens, you know?
Outside garage.
That garage, yeah.
Ewan, will you have to cover my body if I use it up here? Oh. Nice start.
embarrassing.
Drone.
Nice kill.
Door.
You need help?
Nah, I'm good.
That was really good. Close.
Alright.
Up sewer.
Sova in mid.
Could I help?
I'm gonna lean A here. You think they're coming?
Blocking sight.
No.
Pick up B, pick up B. Res,
That's
fine, it's fine.
long A.
Sewer, right?
Pick up B.
I can help you get out.
Alright.
I'm out.
Scared the
One mid?
One still in grass. I'm just ulting your front of B.
Big frag,
I'm gonna
dude.
drone outside of A-line just to check.
Welcome
Wow.
to my
Let's see,
world.
let's see, let's see. I've got dags we can retake together.
I also have dart.
Oh, get me out of here!
Okay.
Put the other one.
I'm gonna go this way with dags.
Let me go first with my dart.
So,
There they are.
Garage walking in the corners.
See one of
Oh.
them?
Close left.
Impact.
Alright, let's do this. One in the smoke cloud.
One enemy left.
Alright, let's
One
go. All together. All together. Let's
He was right here.
Player standing.
Oh, not like this.
you're actually
What?
The raid boss.
Oh my, no, not like this!
Not like this!
Okay.
Developers in there working on this game right now, so let's go take a look. You have to unlock the door.
Oh, am I unlocking the door? Okay.
Okay.
Let's awkwardly try to find it. Okay, cool. We're heading inside. So we have our development pit over here. We've got over 100 developers working on the game. We're going to take you through a little walkthrough.
We basically have people set up per team, so you can see people organized around the area of the game they're working on. So we have a bunch of like engineers over here working on some of our feature systems. In the back down there, you have people working on characters, on maps.
Right here's where we sit.
We sit here.
So glorious.
You're a week out from closed beta. How do you feel getting into it?
If you could put a hashtag, it'd be like hashtag the hype is real.
Hashtag hype, hashtag terrifying. So we're in friends and family right now, which means a small community of people that we've started exposing to the game. What we're feeling right now is confident enough to go for it. But there's a huge difference between the like 5,000 players we have right now and the hundreds of thousands of players we hope to have in closed beta. And we could go from super hype to oh crap, like really, really fast. I think what we're seeing right now in testing is showing that this could be a game that people really, really want to play the same way we do.
I remember there's a point at which we actually had to make a rule to come back on playtesting, and poor Deke had to deliver to the team.
We had to make the evil senior producer tell everybody that they have to stop playing.
Because everybody was playing so much that our work pace slowed down, and we obviously want to get the game out as fast as possible to everybody out there, so we had to make some rules.
Hello.
That's Dave. That's Deke.
Should we show our working agreement?
I think the scariest thing about going into such a big thing is no matter how well you prepare, you always know something's going to be a hiccup. And you really want to make sure that players are primed to understand that like we're dedicated to fixing any hiccup that occurs and making sure that the product just keeps kind of moving forward, the game keeps playing, that we get players online as fast as possible.
So over here we have our build board. Right now we are stable. That is a rare occurrence. What we're hoping is that this gets greener and greener as we get closer and closer to launching the game. But right now, everybody's just getting so much checked into the game, like every single day, that our ability to keep the build stable can be a little at risk. It's been pretty green lately.
It has been pretty green lately.
It's been pretty green lately. We designed this game for a very competitive player at heart. You have to want to win, you have to want to master it, you have to want to get better, and if that is not you, this might not resonate, and that's okay. I think we're actually pretty comfortable with that, like this game not being for everybody, but at the same time, I think we want to be surprised by how many people it's for. And we want to make sure that we're talking to those players, and if they have pain points that are keeping them from entering into this game, that we're not ignoring them, that we're considering their needs as well.
But as we're pushing the closed beta, obviously we're getting a lot more players. So what we're trying to make sure is we can actually catch those voices and understand what the different players have concerns about so that we can plan ahead towards our launch. Just check out Phoenix.
So this is Phoenix here, and he's just become a favorite of the team. We feel really strongly about all of our characters right now, but I would say Phoenix kind of rose in a way that we weren't really expecting.
One of the most requested things on Phoenix, which is really funny, is his jacket, which is really cool.
Yeah, everybody wants to own this jacket.
Oh, flames on the inside. That
Joe's
could hurt you.
obsessed with flame jackets.
I love the flame jacket.
Flame jacket.
So I think the core game is actually really solid. I hope that stays true as we move through closed beta. What I can't say I'm 100% confident in is that we've created a character for everybody. And I can't say that we've thought of every single type of map, every single piece of content that we want, we've thought about. We definitely haven't. And I think it gives us a lot of room to explore with players and play with you guys around what it is you're looking for. If you're not in the closed beta, watch stream and give us your feedback that way. However you want to get us your thoughts and your feelings, we're definitely going to be paying attention. And hopefully this journey is as much fun for you as it is terrifying for us.
And also, thank you for watching this, because we're bad at talking on camera, but we're really happy that you actually wanted to watch this. That's good. We'll do more of these, but I think I'm cut from the next one.
Wave goodbye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Valorant players everywhere. I'm Anna, the team lead on Valorant, and if it wasn't obvious, I'm recording this at home. I even got a nice mic, so hopefully I don't sound too weird. We're all living and working in some uncertain times, so before I start, I want to say, I hope you're all doing okay. And for those of you who do get to play Valorant soon, I hope it helps a little. Let's get into it. I want to talk about the impact the COVID-19 pandemic has had on Valorant, both the closed beta and the worldwide launch. I also wanted to talk about what you can expect from the closed beta. First, my top priority is making sure that both the Valorant dev team and our partners around the world are safe and well. So far, we're still feeling pretty optimistic about our launch this summer, but it is super early, and with each week we discover brand new challenges to overcome. Remember that infrastructure we talked about? Rolling out an infrastructure as ambitious as ours requires a lot of traveling and physical shipping of servers, two things that have definitely been affected by the outbreak. Another thing? QA. We rely heavily on our partners for testing. Quality, hardware compatibility, performance, these are some of our biggest commitments to you. With these folks also moving to a work from home status, our ability to test and fix some of these things has taken a bit of a hit. So yeah, this means we'll have to make some compromises, and we might need to ramp up or react a little slower than we expected. The plan was to bring the Valorant closed beta to as many players around the world as quickly as possible. But for now, we'll have to start by focusing on just the regions where we feel most ready. That means Europe, Canada, and the US will begin the beta on April 7th, with the rest of you following in the months to come. Honestly, as soon as possible. Now about that beta. For those of you who get an invite, we're asking for a little bit of patience. If you've ever been part of a game's beta, you know it can be a bit of a bumpy ride. And in the environment we find ourselves in right now, I think it's safe to say this one might be a little bumpier than usual. We've been calling our closed beta a dress rehearsal. It's our practice run for the big show. We want to make sure we're playing with players as globally as possible, as quickly as possible. We need people from around the world checking this thing out and helping us test our services. But we need to do that carefully. So we'll be ramping up our player count as high as we can to test our services, but we will not be letting everyone in at once, not until we can handle it. Something to keep in mind is that each member of the Valorant team holds their work to an extremely high standard. It's hard to show your work, especially when some of it is feeling not quite ready. But if we wait for everything to be perfect, we'll be losing valuable testing time that this closed beta will give us. So I've asked the team to let their work become very public, even if it's not perfect. That means you're going to see some bugs, Some things are going to feel really polished, other things not so much. Your ping might not be as good as what we're aiming for because physical data centers need to be built and set up. And as I mentioned earlier, that slowed down a little for us. But we are absolutely committed to hitting that experience for you. The reality is, it won't ever be perfect. 10 years of League has taught us that we always need to be listening and ready to react to community feedback. The most exciting part of launching this game is getting to develop it with all of you, to hear what's working and what's not. Not just during the beta, but for years and years to come. We'll always be chasing perfection, as defined by you, our community of players around the world. And the sooner we start that conversation with you, the better. I think we should go for it. I think we should get this in your hands and let you help us get ready. Yes, times are uncertain, but we're all super excited to bring Valorant to the world. It gives us a lot of energy, even as we navigate all these new crazy challenges. For all of you out there, stay strong and stay healthy, and we'll see you in Valorant. Thanks.